Hi, this is Shmuel Hoffman. Sorry that this is not lip sync, but I made actually in this video too many mistakes when I recorded this for you. So I had to go back and dub it for you. I want to show you around how I build my improvised studio. I'm trying to create a kind of high-end polished look. Usually cameramen come with a lot of gear and backgrounds or rent a professional studio, and I'm working quite the opposite. I try to work with what I find on location and build my studio with what I find. By that, I make sure actually that my images are never the same, boring or standardized. My MacGyver nature likes to improvise, and my images look always different. Here are the results before I show how I did it. This image film is for a seminar called Clarity. It is a seminar for women who have trouble and difficulties in life and to cope with life. I did not use models actually, I used rather real people who have attended to the seminar. I was looking for, a kind of polished look, but, with ordinary people. So yeah, let me show you around how I created this studio in a second. Here we see the backdrop. It's basically just some tablecloth that I found around and I taped it on the wall in order to cover the bookshelf that's behind it. And I found these two flood lamps also in that very same room that I will point towards the camera in order to get some nice light flares and a certain atmosphere that you will see in a moment when I show you some examples how the final look looks like. Besides of the floodlights, I'm using as a key light kind of Kino Flow. In this case here, this is a cool light that I ordered from the internet. It costs half of the price of the Kino Flow, and it's a fantastic light, very stable and sturdy, and I carry it wherever I go. Across from the cool light you can see a reflector. In this case I use it as a black flag. It has a black surface. I find actually a black surface or a black flag more important than the light itself. Light I can get anywhere, but controlled shadow is really often a challenge, and I think this helps me really to create a nice depth image, and I try to use it on most of the time on one half of the face if I'm shooting portraits. For example, one challenge you face if you work with ordinary people as opposed to models is that not everyone is, very photogenic. So I want to show you an example what I mean. Here the person is lit from the front. I think this does now work very well with her features, as opposed to here where I kept one side quite in the dark and created a heavy shadow. So you can see how this looks very stylized, but also now her beauty comes really out, as I think.